Roll the tape for our main event, the championship fight. Cris Cyborg, 35 years old, her opponent, 2 years her elder. Cris Cyborg will have a definitive reach advantage. With the official introductions of our featherweight title fight, Michael C. Williams.
Bellator MMA live on CBS Sports Network from Mohegan Sun Arena. The time has come for the main event of the evening. 5-minute rounds for the Bellator Featherweight World Championship. Sanctioned by the Mohegan Tribe Department of Athletic Regulation Chairman James Gessner, President of Sports and Entertainment Tom Cantone, Chief of the Mohegan Tribe Lynn Malerba, and Supervising at Cage-Side Director Mike Mazzulli. And now, first, introducing the blue corner. At 5'6", weighing in 144.5 pounds. In her second world title challenge, she enters with 13 professional victories, 7 losses. From Penrith, Western Sydney, Australia, introducing the challenger, Arlene Angerfist Blencowe. And across the cage, the champion tonight fights out of the red corner at 5'8", weighing in 145 pounds even. The four-time champion in her first Bellator title defense stands with an accomplished professional record, including 22 victories, just 2 defeats. From Curitiba, Paraná, Brazil, the defending Bellator featherweight world champion, Cris Cyborg. And when the bell rings, the referee in charge, Kevin McDonald.
We're good. Ladies, come on. All right, this is 5 rounds under the unified rules of mixed martial arts. We went over those rules in the back. I want a good, clean fight. If you'd like to touch gloves now. Best of luck to you both.
Cris Cyborg, Arlene Blencowe, fighting for that piece of gold, the Bellator featherweight belt, the champion, the challenger.
Ready to fight? Ready to fight? Let's go.
Here we go. Tonight's fight clock presented by Geico. Red gloves for Cyborg, blue gloves for Blencowe.
Can we talk for a second about the stare down? That kind of gave me chills. I wouldn't want to stare down either one of them.
I said at the top of the show, they are vicious and venomous strikers. And this has the potential of being a fight that we will remember for a very long time. A lot of kicks early from Cris Cyborg.
Both ladies are coming out doing exactly what we talked about in our keys to victory. Look at what Blencowe's doing, trying to hold the center of the cage. Look at what Cris is doing, starting to eat up that front leg with kicks.
Nick Foley wishing her friend Cris Cyborg the very best in this, her first title defense.
Blencowe needs to keep that front foot inside that circle. She keeps it inside that circle, making for a different fight. We saw in the beginning of this portion, this is where she does not want to be.
This is exactly what I was talking about with Cyborg. You watch when she goes against a good striker, most of the time, she will work her way to inside, getting inside as far as double unders, pushing them to the cage and beating them up, hitting the legs with shots with knees, pushing them to the ground, using ground and pound. She is very strong physically, and she uses that to her advantage.
I have personal experience with
sort of
I'm in a commercial with her, and I can tell you, I can attest, she is extremely, extremely strong.
Cris Cyborg spent 2 years on the Brazilian national handball team, and it was funny when we were talking to her earlier in the week, she said when she threw that first punch at age 19, she threw it like she was throwing a handball. But Rafael Cordeiro tutored her very well, and many others over the years.
He fixed that.
Yes, he did.
This is what I'm saying when you're talking about inside fighting, this dirty boxing, inside fighting, nice sweep of the leg to bring her down. All of this is, there is so much technique that is actually applied. People don't, they think that, oh, it's not that difficult. So much is going on. A lot of energy is being burned, but this is exactly what Cris Cyborg needs to do to beat someone with the good hands that Arlene Blencowe possesses.
Arlene Blencowe says she spent a lot of time with Alexander Volkanovski. So Volkanovski, the guys there, a big group of people there, all smaller, but physically strong. So that's kind of helped prepare her for Cris Cyborg's strength. The issue is, as we just saw right away, the takedown, the top position, the control, the strength. She's starting to work into that crucifix position or trying to get to that position. You see her there trying to control that. That all adds up to damage in a 5-round fight. Can make a 5-round fight seem very long.
Yes, again, well, Cris has worked with a lot of really good grapplers throughout her career.
Believe it or not, though, John, she's never earned a victory by submission.
That's because
she's so vicious with her hands.
With her hands, she's just hands and elbows. This is right, bad position for Arlene. She really needs to work and get herself at least back to a half guard if she can.
Getting heavy.
And there's a lot of time on the clock.
Yeah, I've always been against trying to hold and hug from that bottom position. You need to be pushing on the hips. As soon as they go to posture up, start pushing on those hips and making space.
Swerving back.
If they're trying to strike, they're not trying to defend and control the position.
She's in trouble early, trying to buck off. Cyborg holds on.
Good job of Blencowe to at least get herself back up to her knees. She's going to try to work to keep herself from being brought back down, getting her hips flat and her legs up in the air.
Cris is a little high, so
she is a little high.
If Arlene Blencowe was to tripod up and shake a little bit, she might be able to get her off.
You can see Cris taking it, controlling the arms, pulling herself back.
Get to that. She needs to get. Arlene needs to get to her hands so she can start trying to wiggle off that other hook. She's working on the neck. When someone posts their hands, you should be trying to choke them. When they start to choke, then that means that they can't. They're going to defend or they're going to get choked out.
Arlene Blencowe has never been knocked out in MMA or boxing.
Those shots coming under the arm, when you don't see them, those do a lot of damage.
What Cris did there was very nice. She actually put her in the half Nelson to keep her head down, because anyone would know that if you're trying to get up and your head is pointed down, it's a lot harder than it seems.
The head leads the body. You hear the Professor Rafael Cordero. He liked that name. Yes, he did. He's one of the best men in MMA, gentlemen,
10 seconds.
to the highest of levels.
He's working it out with Mike Tyson.
That says it all. Round one, a dominant one for the champ. Mike Winklejohn in the corner of Arlene Blencowe. Alongside her other coaches, Arlene spends a lot of time in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and a lot of time with Holly Holm, training and mentally putting together a friendship that she said has given her some insight to Cris Cyborg, because Holly Holm is the person who took Cris Cyborg the full 25 minutes. Round two. The champ in the red, the challenger in the blue.
I think that's pink.
Red gloves.
I got it.
Thank you. I know what you did there.
Cris is being very effective when talking about being the complete MMA fighter. You see her using her hands, using the kicks, using the knees, taking the fight to the ground. Right now, that complete game is going to just continue to flow, and Arlene's got to figure out a way to stop it.
I just saw Arlene take 3 steps back. She needs to make sure a step back and left or right. Don't go straight back. If Cris was to rush her, blitz her, land a strike, you're going to end up in a position where you're back against the fence. She needs to get off that fence.
Very nice little dip and rip by Cris Cyborg. She is just angles, lighting her up.
So nasty here. Arlene Blencowe has not been stopped in over 5 years. That was by Marlos Kunin.
Well, if this continues on, she's going to have a hard time staying in this fight. She's taking some heavy, big shots, Mike.
That kind of hand speed and damage that Cris Cyborg puts on an opponent is how she finished Julia Budd to win the title here in Bellator.
That's exactly right. She put heavy shots with a lot of velocity on them, went to the body, broke her down. That's a lot of shoulder pressure, Josh. Right to mount.
all Cyborg so far.
Just having Arlene Blencowe carry all the weight, put the shoulder pressure in the chin. She's holding at the neck there and doing damage. She looked for the ref to step in here at any moment, John.
She is taking some heavy shots.
Watch your fingers, Chris.
Chris switches some of those blows into elbows. It's going to have a huge effect on this fight right now.
I want to see Arlene probably take her feet to the fence and try and use that type of escape where she runs her feet along the fence to try and bridge her over. Because right now she's turning the wrong way, which is giving her a back.
Could Cris Cyborg defend her title with her first career win by submission?
She's going to get it right now, Mike. That is, she's slipping in, and there's a lot of weight on top.
It is all over! Just like that! Cris Cyborg! Her first career win by submission. She defends her featherweight world championship. Total domination.
That was just an outstanding performance by Cris Cyborg. She was so good everywhere. Look at some of these shots. Beautiful shot to the body, comes up to the head, stuffs her, gets a little close, but comes with the kick, then opens up again. Big shots to the body, to the head. All those little connections. You can see Blencowe having a hard time just even reacting, trying to look so she can be offensive and counter, but she doesn't have the ability to because of the swarming of Cyborg, and when she got on top, she was heavy with those strikes, Josh, and then goes to that choke.
Yeah, she turned her back, and once she turned her back, she went belly down, and that enabled Cris Cyborg to hip into her, flatten her out, and get her under the chin. Very aggressive performance.
Indeed, Josh. Back to school with the professor, and a tremendous performance once again by the most feared female in the history of this sport. Cris Cyborg defends her featherweight belt for the first time.
Ladies and gentlemen, inside the Bellator cage, the tap by way of a rear naked choke officially. 2 minutes, 36 seconds into round number 2. She is the winner by submission and still Bellator featherweight world champion Cris Cyborg.
Hey, thank you guys. Nice.
Here is Big John with the champ.
Cris, you were fast, you were accurate, you were nasty in that fight. You were using a full MMA game. Talk to me about going back with that man over there as your coach.
You know, I say thank you God first for the opportunity here. Thank Arlene for accepting to fight me. You know, this is amazing. I can hear my corner, amazing. It's like video game, and you know, I feel ready. Thank you, Rafael Cordeiro, Virgil, everybody helps me, Cobrinha. And I train really hard. I will start training after Julia Budd. I have to improve my game and getting better for continue winning.
That was your first submission victory as a professional in MMA. Talk me through that rear naked choke.
You know, I was really working hard because I was having my first submission MMA. I never did it before, and they work. Thank you, Cobrinha, helped me, Galvan, Dragavão too, everybody helped me in the beginning of my career. And this is a dream come true. I'm really happy and excited for the next one.
You should be happy and excited. You were outstanding through that entire fight. You are now not only the Bellator champion, you defended that title. So who do you think actually deserves a shot at that title?
You know, now the division, they have a whole girls, and I'm very happy to be here in Bellator. Scott Coker, he is the man. He's going to tell me who's the next. I just have to be ready.
Well, I'll tell you what, that was a fantastic performance. You were dominant, you were explosive. Congratulations on a fantastic win. Back to you there, goalie.
Thank you. Nice.
Congratulations to Cris Cyborg. Big smile on her face, said she could hear her corner perfectly.